Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today is September 12th, 2020, it's Saturday. We're going to real quickly go over the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq. So, looking at the S&P 500 futures right here, leading into next week, unfortunately, there aren't any setups that are live right now that I'll be looking to get in when the market does open. That's Sunday at 5 p.m. my time. As you see from last week, where it opened up right about over here, right around 34.10ish, closed around was at 33.37. Yeah, slightly down for the week, but overall had some great trading opportunities for it. But leading into next week, not a whole lot to look forward to as far as a live setup. As you can see from right here, using this pivot low right there and this pivot high, price comes down, goes up, hits the target box area, and then you just keep on dragging it up. Goes down, hit 38, hits target box area. Go up over here, hits between 38 somewhere, 61.8, hits target box area. And so then dragging it back up again. Here it is. It's just stepping higher, stepping higher, stepping higher. That's how price closed out Friday's action for it. And so here we have it going down between 38 and 50. So leading into next week, assuming that this stepping pattern holds right here, you'd be looking at a minimum of 33.59 for this target for this setup right here. This isn't one that I personally trade, but it is one I do look out for. And so if this does hold and continues its stair-stepping pattern higher, you're looking at 33.59 for this target from this setup right here. But the moves I look for are the 1, 2, 3, 4 five-legged moves, and I'll show you just a little bit some other setups that are live that we have from this for the Nasdaq right there. So yeah, going in the S&P 500 next week, if this stair-stepping pattern continues, then you're looking at somewhere along Monday 33.59 getting hit. So going over to the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is pretty similar to the S&P 5 setup that we have going in next week. I just zoomed out here real quick so you can see what it looked like. There's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. And going into next week, similar as S&P 500, using this pivot low down here, using that pivot high right there. There it goes, comes up, hits the target box, hits 38, hits the target area right there. Drag it up here one more time. Comes down, hits 38.50, goes up here, and it's that target area, which is the 1.416 and 1.272 Fibonacci extension area. And then finally, very similar to the S&P 500, price comes back down, hits 38% and the 50% Fibonacci retracement area. So assuming this holds and that stair-stepping pattern continues, just like in the S&P 500, the target area we're looking for is a minimum of 27,818. And then from that, we would draw this back up to wherever that pivot area stops. We look for the retracement, comes back down, at least hits the 38% to lock it in as a valid 50, I call it a 50% trade, moving back up for that right there. So that's what we are looking for the Dow Jones as well. And just the way I trade, again, looking for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves right there. Let me just show you real quick. It look like on the 1-minute chart, because these are where the trades came from on Friday right here. See you have this first pivot point 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When price broke this orange line right here, which is the fib speed resistance fan between the what exactly is it, between 38 and 50, or excuse me, 23.6 and 38.2% area. Go long. The exit is the 38%. 38.2% Fibonacci retracement area from that whole move. And then unfortunately later in the day, well, fortunately there's another good one. Unfortunately, I wasn't trading at that time, and price came up and hit that one right up there. So some good. Oh, and this yellow box right here at the white lines, all that is from the 0 point to 3 point kind of the pivot zone box that I measured. There's the 0 point right there. There's the third point in the Elliott five-wave move right there. And what this is, actually this needs to go down a little bit, is the 1.416 to 1.618 Fibonacci extension area. That's where a lot of these moves turn. For whatever reason, there's a lot of support down in there, or resistance depending on which way you're going. And it's from these areas where I look for the change in direction to happen for it right there. So for the S&P 500 And Dow Jones is just stepping higher right now. So I'm just waiting for a big move takes place that sets up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move that I'm looking for right there. But if this does hold right here, we're looking at 27,818 to be the early target going into next week. Now going into the Nasdaq right here, we actually are in the middle of a long setup right here. Again, there's, let's see, there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right down here, right in the pivot zone area we're looking to trade out of. Price found support, broke above the 23.6 fib speed resistance fan area. So then this green line right here is the 38% target that I'm looking for it, and the target I'm looking for is about 11,177 going into Monday's trading session for the Nasdaq. Of course, price can of course go much higher than that right there, but that is the target area I look for this trade setup right here. So minimum of 11,177 for the Nasdaq going into Monday. And unfortunately for the longs right there, or the bulls, that's probably about the only positive piece of news I have, because a couple things I want to show you right here. What I've decided upon right here from this 5-leg move right here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for the S&P 500 right here. I say this big move right here for this big, huge bull market that we've been in ever since financial crisis back in early 2009. Was completed when we had this big retracement, when the global pandemic for the coronavirus was going full force for it. No one knew what to expect. So it came down here, and what that green line is, let me just show you real quick, is the 38% Fibonacci retracement level for it. So price came down there and hit that, broke the 23.6 fib speed resistance fan, as you can see right there. So now I've decided, after mulling this over for a couple weeks now, that move is complete, and I'm not looking at the target of about 3,800. Price still could go up there and hit it, but not from, it wouldn't be because of this move right here, because this one is complete. Then going down to the daily chart, what we are looking for is a move down here in the daily chart for the S&P 500. You can see down here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prices hit the pivot target zone we're looking for. And on Friday, it did slightly close, kind of half and half in between it. So what I'm waiting for is for price to fully close with breaking the 23.6, going from that red to green area right there, closing somewhere in the green area. That means it's a go for the short for it, and the target would be looking at for the S&P 500 here on the daily chart is around 3,047-ish, right around there, 3,040-ish, something like that. So we'll just say 3,040 area is what we're looking for the short side for the S&P 500. Now going over to Dow Jones. Dow Jones is a very similar area here as well. As you can see on the weekly chart right here, going all the way back financial crisis, there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Price came back down during the corona pandemic back in March. Took out the 38% Fibonacci retracement level, which is that green line, and then has gone up ever since. But I think from this move, it is very close to being over as well. Now, it doesn't mean for both the S&P 500 and also the Dow Jones that once this comes down and gets hit this target level, that price doesn't bounce off of that and go higher. Of course, that could happen, but I'm just saying for this current move that it's in right now, once the price does break this orange line, which is just the middle point between the 23.6 and the 38.2% fib speed fan area. The target we're looking for is right down here, which is around 24,946. We'll just say 25,000 to make it a lot easier. So we'll just say 25,000, nice round number right there, is what we're going to look for the short side move for this target. And of course, price can go much lower than that, but that is the target I use when I am completing these trades. So that's why I'm saying I'm looking for at least 25,000 for this target to come and get fulfilled once price breaks down into this green area right in here. So as you can see, both for the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, they are in a very similar setup. S&P 500 may be a couple days advanced or a little bit further along than the Dow Jones as far as going down and reaching its target just because it's in the it's already kind of in that fifth speed box area right there. And then last but not least, looking at the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq is different than both the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 for the simple fact that it's big time move going back from actually using this low. This was a debating last week in the video I did. Did I want to use this low going up for it or this low going up for it? And after this week going back fine tooth combing it, I am using this one just for the simple fact that when I try to use this low right here, it wasn't a proper low if you look at it using the monthly chart right there. And the reason why is, see this big move down right here. What I look for is when you have that big down pivot low candle right there, then what I need to see is we'll draw some arrows. I need to see price come up, break this high, and then come back down, create a lower high, and go off from there. But as you can see, price never did that. It wasn't until this candle right here, this candle, that it broke this high, and then you need to see the retracement come back to at least the 38.6 to fulfill it. And as you can see, it never did. There's that high, there's the next candle. It never even came close down to the 38%, which is the reason why I'm not going to use that low for it. So looking at the monthly chart, we're using this low right here. So you have 0, 1, 2, and then all the way up here, third point, fourth point, and assuming this high holds up here, which is at 12,465.25, the next that we're looking for is 8,042 for this move to be complete, this 5-wave move to be complete for the Nasdaq. And I know last week I talked about it all the way tracing back down to here. Excuse me. I'm gonna take this off. This isn't in play. It's for something else. And after going back and reviewing it, I don't think it's going to drop all the way back down to the 2000s from, or not from this move at least. We're looking for the target being around 8,059 for it right there. And then going into the daily chart right here. Now we are currently in a short setup for the Nasdaq here in the daily chart. Here you can see the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 up here. This orange line is the fib speed resistance fan between the 23.6 and 31.8 level. As you can see, price has already closed below it, below that orange line right there, which signified that the short is in play right here. So the target area we're looking for is around 10,220-ish, right around there. 10,220-ish from this move where it's currently right there. And then for the longer term 5-legged wave move, we're looking all the way down here around the 8,000s or so, right around there a little bit. So unfortunately, yeah, for the longs and bulls out there, for the longer term time frame, looking for short side here in the market. But hopefully, when this gets hit right here, and when the S&P 500, when that one gets hit, and also in the Dow Jones, when this one gets hit, hopefully price just continues to bounce off there and continues to make new highs up. But at least for the intermediate term, I'm definitely looking for downside in the market. So there you go. There you have it going into next week, which should be, what's that, September 14th. Yeah, going in next week for it right there. So be safe out there. Talk to you later. Bye.